You ever sit there and think to yourself, man, none of this shit actually matters? I ain't trying to.
The beautiful part about what you're saying is that you're talking about the dark feminine side of life instead of the masculine side, yin and yang. And I went to a library one. I went to a bookstore, a general collective bookstore, and I got this book called Mastery by Robert Greene. At one point I remember when this first came out, this was $22, right? And now it's $8, almost 5 to 8 years later in a discount store. The beautiful part of what you're saying is it all doesn't matter because it's all small stuff that accumulates in the cosmic law that says either you're growing or you're expanding. No, either you're growing or you're retracting. And what you're thinking about truly is that all of this will not matter one day. When you die, people will cry at your funeral and then go live their own lives and forget all about you. And you will just be another. And when I looked at the shelves and I seen all these, when I saw hundreds of authors, I said, because Robert Greene made his life matter, I picked up his book. But there is someone who will never read this book because his life did not matter to them. His work did not matter to them. And the beauty about what you're saying is that um, all of it doesn't matter at the end. When you see older gentlemen like who are in their 60s and 70s, you will have to realize one day that will be you. And you have to ask yourself, did you make your life matter? And what I've heard in the spirit when I listened to your video was, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't, because it's all small stuff. But it's all small stuff that, like the scripture says, be faithful over few so I can make you ruler over many. Build the small stuff that will either, because the little stuff is either building you up or destroying you. And you have to take into consideration that one day you will just be another book on the shelf. And you have to take your work of life seriously so someone can pick up your book and read it and study it and learn from it and grow from it. Robert Greene Mastery. And something that I understood, because my deep sleeping motivation is death. Because I know that primordially, if you live till 70, because most people live till about 70, at 35, half of your life is over. If you live till 70, half of your life is over by 35. And you got about 2.5 decades to 3 to do what you're supposed to do. And that's not a long time. Because just yesterday, I didn't have no beard. I didn't have no shaded glasses. My glasses were thin like this. And I was just 21 years old, celebrating with my best friend, drinking my first alcoholic drink. And now I'm 30. It's not negative. You're understanding the darker feminine of life that makes you understand your mortality. You were blessed enough to wake up and view another day. Because just 10 minutes ago, 15, 20 minutes, an hour ago, someone died. And that's the truth. What your life is just kind of reminding you to be grateful for life itself. No matter where you are, be grateful for life itself. Because you're fortunate enough to experience another day. You're fortunate enough to experience another hour. You're fortunate. You're fortunate enough to say, I'll see you tomorrow, to whoever that may be. You're fortunate because it's not guaranteed. So while you're here on this planet, make it count. Because if you're fortunate enough, and we don't get this till we get older, if you're fortunate enough to make it to 50 and 60 and 70, make your life count. Because if not, you will just weather life's time clock and be forgotten. Like most people are. They come here, they die, they go away, and nobody remembers them. Be somebody that is worth crying over when you die. And he's not perfect, but Ozzy Osbourne, a Michael Jackson, a Tupac Shakur. Make someone get out of their bed and say, who died? Oh no. And they sit and mourn like if you spoke to them yesterday. And all they did was read your book. They listened to your music. They watched your videos. Make it count. Because one day you will die.